Y'all know who it is. It's your boy Jay Boogie.
What up, kid? This your boy Kimbo.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all
It's
press
been another
play,
day. Press
and we
play.
definitely got something to say.
Yes, indeed. Yes, sir.
We coming a little different. We probably gonna hit this sports thing up a whole lot tonight. Because I'm definitely surprised about the both for the 3-0 starts to this Eastern Conference. But to keep going through this thing, to keep seeing that we had a shot with Kyrie. Yeah, it's like we beating a dead horse. But you know what I'm saying? The fact that this man is doing this thing, pretty much bounced back from that whole media debacle with him, you know. So I'm just like, it was sad then, it's still sad, but I mean, I guess you know you can if you definitely a fan of the people, not just a fan of Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? You can applaud that man right now.
You gotta, you gotta root for him. You have to root for him because, I mean, I'm just from a personal perspective. I mean, you gotta root for him because, he's one of the only. He might be the only one that actually kind of spoke up against, you know, different powers, different entities, different organizations, meaning the NBA or meaning would I say the government, because they was with the whole taking the jab and stuff like that. So he was just letting us know that, hey, you got a mind of your own. You should be able to do what you want, do what you feel is right, and you roll with that. So yeah, I applaud him for just doing that. But then you got other people on TV, some of our own,
Yeah,
speaking up
like you
against
call them, like you said, the high paid slaves. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
speaking up against him about what he shouldn't be saying and what he should be doing. And this and that, and the third. I'm
Calling the
like,
man all out his name and everything.
yeah, yeah. So nah, yeah, you a man and you a woman. You got a mind of your own. You got a brain. You could think. So yeah, just use it. And yeah, just do what you feel. And hey, I applaud him for that, just alone. I've always
Yeah,
been a Kyrie Irving fan. I know he get a lot of slack for, his sometimes being a little disgruntled, on certain teams with Cleveland, when LeBron was there the last couple of years, and then obviously with Boston, he had his little issues, there. I don't know if he had anything with Brooklyn or not, but well, I guess yeah, with the whole jab and with the whole
yeah.
blacks being the real Jews and stuff like that. Yeah, so that was kind of his thing in Brooklyn. So I guess Miami didn't want to. They must didn't want to get catch any of that by bringing him to Miami, but they should have, because off of the court, yeah, you could probably say what you want, but on that court, in that 94 feet, if that's the right amount of feet, and on the, I mean, yeah, anywhere in there in them lines, yeah, man, he one of the
He gonna do his
best.
thing.
He one of the
Yeah,
best, man. He's one of the best, and he gonna show you. He gonna prove to you that he's one of the best. So hey, I applaud him, man. I applaud him for what he's doing over there in Dallas. I hope they do it, because at the end of the day, I thought that it was gonna be. I kind of was on that wave of Minnesota, but
so
they're
was I.
just showing us, yeah, they're just showing us that they're just a little bit too young and a little too inexperienced. And it happens, because when you're young and inexperienced, anybody that's been there, like Luca and Kyrie, both of them done been. Kyrie got a championship, and Luca at least been to the Western Conference Finals. So
Right.
so they've been there. They've been down this road. So they know what it takes to get the job done. Minnesota, on the other hand, they don't. I don't think they got anyone on that team that's been on the Western Conference Finals or even the Conference Finals. I have to look that up, but I don't think so. So, but but yeah, Dallas proving a lot of the people wrong out there. I mean, I knew it was going to be a good series. I figured it was going to go seven. I wasn't really thinking that they was going to possibly sweep them. I just I
Right,
couldn't
right.
I couldn't possibly think that, because the way that Minnesota pretty much swept Phoenix, and then you took down the defending champs in 7 games. It's like, like these boys are here. That's what we were saying. That's what we were thinking. But man, with Dallas just put a hold on
Hey,
all of that.
what a difference a series make, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What a difference, man. What a difference. I think, and I think I wouldn't say he's well. Maybe he is a little overwhelmed because like I say, he's 22. He's still young. He's still young. Not saying that that's an excuse because our boy, Mr. Flash, 23 years old, winning the championship. So he, he it just
But
depends on the person. So it just
he
depends on the
did
person.
have Wade did have Shaq. He had a championship pedigree Shaq, and he
Yeah.
had an experienced he had his road dog UD, and he had an experienced Zoe.
So
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
And not, of
VP.
course, not to mention Riles. So
Right.
Ant don't
Right.
have none of that. So
No, at the moment, no, no. Mm,
right. So
mm.
but what's funny, the coach for the Pacers is Rick Carlisle, right?
I think it is. I think it is.
Because he's a playoff. He's been to the playoffs as a coach.
Mhm.
What? And I mean, besides not having Hallie, they were up pretty much the whole game last game.
Well, by almost 20. 15, 18, something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
And then, and I'm like, I'm, not watching the game, but I keep, looking for the update. And, sometimes Bleacher Report it lags behind.
Yeah.
So I keep buffering, and don't say anything. And then I just so happened to go to the Heat community, to see what anybody was saying. And it was like, Boston got a 3-0 lead. I'm like, how in the hell? And we talk about youth. That team, the Pacers, is so young and so
Yeah.
inexperienced.
Yeah.
It's like, man,
Yeah.
y'all nut up every chance y'all get.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
first, like, because the first game we were talking. You and I were talking about the first game. How it
Right.
was we'll see. We expect them to go 7 games. I wasn't counting them
Yeah.
out. Boom, they get blew out. They get blew out the next game. It's like,
Right.
okay, they hope maybe just 0-2.
Yeah. 0-2. That's it.
Then
They
we
coming
learned
home.
that
They coming
Halliburton.
home. Yeah. Coming home for
Yeah,
2 games. Yeah.
then we learned that Halliburton gonna miss game 3. The whole game they winning.
Hmm.
But I was just like, you know what? I'm not gonna talk junk because I remember when Cleveland blew out Boston that second game. It was a whole bunch of people in the doggone Heat community. Oh, the Boston Chokers, the Boston Chokers. I'm like, man, I had to let one dude know, one fan know. I'm like, dude, I'm all for Boston losing,
Yeah.
but it's one game. You can't
That's
call
it.
them the Boston Chokers off of one game.
Not one game. No. No.
And then look what happened. They won every game thereafter. And then here come
After.
this
Yeah.
doggone series. Hallie go down. He's out tonight. And, you know, I'm pretty sure they're gonna sweep the boys. So I'm guessing. I'm glad that the Western Conference Finals is not going to go to get 7 games. At least I
Don't
hope
look
they
like
don't,
it.
because
It don't look like
at
it. At
least
least I don't
I
know.
don't want whoever comes out of the West. I don't want them to be tired, because then that's going to be more of a storyline, more of an easy way for the Boston Celtics. Because I know they're going to sweep, because like the Pacers just don't have it. They matched up well
I don't think they got it. I thought maybe they did, but nah, I don't think they got it, bro.
they matched up well during the regular season, and of course, we love to say regular season don't matter, which it does. But yeah, they matched up during the regular season well, and I guess that veteran pedigree, you know what I'm saying, which is in the Boston Celtics, they showed it. You know what I'm saying? Every time it's crunch time, them Pacers, they just nut up, man.
Choke. They choke. Yeah, they
Golly.
choke. They choke, man. So it's not their fault because, like you say, when you're young and you're inexperienced, you just don't know. You don't know what needs to be done in order to,
Hmm.
get where you got to go. That's just in anything. So, like I said, the best lesson in life is just experience. That's it. So
Yeah,
once you experience things, then you know what you got to do, what you shouldn't do, and you learn from it, and then that's how you usually get over the hump. So yeah, hopefully that's the case for them. Well, hopefully not, because we still Miami Heat boys. We don't want nobody
yeah.
getting over the hump. But Miami Heat. So
Right, right, right.
but yeah, it's probably gonna be a learning curve for them, obviously. Just like Boston, they've been in the same boat too. Miami been in the same boat too. It's like between Miami and Boston, they both were kind of back and forth. I mean, of course, Milwaukee, you can throw them in there too, but yeah, those three teams in the East, yeah, they've always been the ones that battling it out and just seeing who can make it. The only one that really got through is Milwaukee because they actually won the championship. So, but
Yeah,
Boston, Miami, we have yet to win one. So we just have to wait and see how this finals play out because it looked like it's gonna be Boston and Dallas. So that's
yeah.
what it's looking like.
And which
Yeah,
is, and more people, and a lot of people, you got Porzingis with the Celtics. He'll be going up against his former team, and you got Kyrie with the Mavericks. Will be going up against his former team. So, you know what I mean.
mm-hmm.
It should make for a good storyline.
Yeah.
Um, but
Mm-hmm.
it's just let me let me hit on this. Um, the last time I said something good about Booty Gobert with his trash ass, he hit the little turnaround shot.
Yeah.
That was the last good thing he did, man.
Probably the
He
only thing.
so garbage. I mean, what what and I just heard a take from oh man, I see his face, but I can't think his name. McDaniels. I can't something McDaniels. They love to when it comes to defensive player of the year, they don't look at and I'm believing that it's either bias against Bam or because I'm still trying to wrap my head around how Marcus Smart won it over Bam with all the flopping that he does.
Yeah, it's
But
something against Miami Heat. I wouldn't even say I
bruh,
wouldn't even say any particular person for the Heat, but I just think it's just the Heat organization in general, just as a whole. It got to be. It has to be. I don't get it. I
because
just
I
don't get it.
mean, for Rudy Gobert, I mean, yeah, he blocks shots, but it should be more to blocking shots. Like
That's all.
Bam
That's
can
all he
guard
does.
1 through 5,
Literally.
and to see this man, somebody it was funny. Somebody said he looked like a baby giraffe out there trying when he got crossed up by Luca.
Yeah.
I mean, his hips weren't open. He was real narrow,
Yeah.
like and
No
and
way.
Jamal Crawford. I saw a tape with Jamal Crawford. He called the last play before it actually happened, and it was like step back three. That's what Luca does. If you watch Luca when the game is on the line, he gonna do that little crossover step back three, and 9 times out of 10 he probably gonna make it.
Yeah, he gonna make it.
But
He right.
you
Yeah.
would think over a 7 foot defensive player of the year. How many times run? How many years running now?
It's
Um,
the third. It's the third one. I don't know. I don't know if it's the third in 3 years, but it's definitely three. I say 3 in 5 years,
yeah,
or two. He's at least won two. So I don't know
bro.
how many. But
And I mean, he got that shot off clean.
yeah,
He got
not
that
even
shot off
close.
clean.
Yeah, not even close. How sometimes you could get a fingertip and maybe. Yeah, nah, none of that. It was like his shot was here and Rudy Gobert hand was like right there. He wasn't even close. Wasn't even
It's
close.
just
So,
like, man, this dude. Oh, I feel bad for Ant. And then you got Cat. can't hit this. He can't throw a dang on rock in the ocean right now. I mean, and you know, shooting slumps happen,
It
but
happens.
that's why, bro. That's why I'm always on that. We talked about it last time. Be humble because you can be up one moment and then the
Boy,
next moment you down here. You was just
boy.
talking all that stuff,
Talking everything. Yeah.
and
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying. You got to put it on us too, and the media. We're not a part of them yet, but you know what I'm
Right.
saying. You put
Right.
it on the media how comparing them to Jordan and everything, and like they do everybody.
Mhm.
But I would like to see both of them get a DNA test. That dude, I swear, the side by side, they look alike. They really, really look alike. But
Do kind of resemble each
um,
other. A young MJ and
yeah,
him.
yeah, he does. He
Yeah.
resembles a young Mike.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's and even with Ant too. You know, you kind of, you know, when everybody calling your name and talking about you, how you this, you that, you him. You know what I'm saying? It's your league. Yeah, you probably get a little bit of, you know what I'm saying? You probably get a little bit of pumped up. I remember just like Halliburton, all throughout the season, he was, you know, he was it.
Right.
He was him.
Hmm.
Now you about to be them as far as the ones that's out of the dang on playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. About to be gone fishing. Yeah. About to be gone fishing, man. It's yeah, man. I don't know what to say, bro.
I'm gonna ask you this: Do you think Minnesota have enough?
I mean, they got this far, so yeah, I think they have enough, but I just don't think that they can do it. Not this year. It's always you always got to go through your growing pains. Like I always say. So all teams go through it before they actually get over the hump. So this is it for them. Last year they got put out by Denver, I think, and then this year they was able to kind of avenge that, but now they can't get past Dallas. So, and it's the Western Conference Finals, so they've never gotten this far. So yeah, so they'll probably lose this, but then obviously they'll learn from it. They'll obviously grow, get a little better, and next season, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they make it to the finals next year, honestly. So, but yeah, so all teams got to go through that. Every champion, every championship team that you probably could think of, as far as I know, most championship teams, some just kind of get those little one and doneers, where you just kind of win one.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, yeah, all teams definitely go through it. At least a year or two, maybe even three. Like you can see them coming, but they just can't get over the hump, and then finally they get over and they finally get one, maybe two or three. So, but yeah, yeah, this is that situation for them. Yeah, this is that situation for them. I think Dallas has been one of those teams that just kind of just been there
They've been
every
there,
year,
yeah.
year in and year out. They've always been just kind of there, and this is probably finally their year, to break through. So that's all. That's all it is. So hopefully they can get it done. Hopefully they can get it done because I'm rooting for them. You know, and I just don't like Boston like that. Like you said, I just don't like them. I can't stand Boston. So
And it was somebody posed a question in the Heat community. No, matter of fact, it was one of the Boston fans in the Heat community talking about he just had, why y'all don't like, why y'all hate Boston so much. And I was just like, they, to me, their fan base is a bunch of bigots. And I looked up the definition of bigots, and it definitely
it
described
applies.
them.
It
Yeah, and
applies.
I was just like, you know what? Then I did say, oh, maybe it's all fan bases because the reason why I said that because I always try to be the level-headed fan. You know what I'm saying? Because I've had those moments where I give my opinion on something, and of course, oh, you a casual fan or you idiot or da 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 da. People just coming at you crazy, and of course, I don't know these people. These people don't know me, but of course, I get hot and I want to go back and just, have a little
Yeah,
Twitter beef,
you
so to
want to
speak.
go
You know what I'm
in? Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
But I'm just like, you know what, man? I like I did say, maybe it's all fan bases because, you know, when it was okay, the Heat, we were down. You could say we were down 2 stars in a role player with it being Rozier, Jimmy, and Jay Rich.
Jay Rich, yeah.
Why y'all mad? Ain't no excuses. The next series, I ain't say nothing about New York because they didn't have to go through New York. Cleveland, 2 games with Mitchell, 2 games without Mitchell. Their star.
Yeah, their star.
Easy. This series, 2 games with Hallie, 2 games without Hallie. Oh, and mind you, I did say Jared Allen. They missed Jared Allen, Cleveland.
Yes. Yeah. Jared Allen, yeah. Yeah.
Who's pretty much their defensive juggernaut. You know what I'm saying? Their defensive staple on that side. So there's 3 teams that you played that were missing key elements to that team. But then last year, and I have to go to last year. Last year, game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals, you one of your star players get hurt, but it's like, okay, y'all won. Boston wasn't healthy. How the hell you figure that? He was there the whole series.
The whole time.
The whole time he just so happened to get hurt in the game, but that's the reason why y'all lost. You know what I'm saying? You still had Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown, yeah.
And the rest of the guys that got you there. But you know what I'm saying? But it's like, it's a reason for y'all, but it's an excuse for us. And then I'm like, y'all did what y'all was supposed to do. You won the freaking series. And you made it to the Eastern Conference Finals, about to make it to the finals. Go be happy. Why you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, bro, I was just like, yeah, that's what it is for me. And of course, the Jaylen Brown thing, like you deliberately tried to hurt this man and tried to blame it on him.
Mm-hmm.
Like you this big tough guy. If you want to be the tough guy, bro, go to MMA because that was a move that you did on him.
Basically.
And I would love to see them try to do that on somebody. Honestly, do that on somebody black. He would have did that to UD. I don't even think he would have tried to do that jump to Jimmy Butler.
Nah, he wouldn't.
But the little frail little white boy, Duncan Robinson, you want to try to hurt him, dislocate his shoulders and/or elbow.
Right.
Didn't want to get it. You're not like that. Get out my face, nigga. You ain't like that. You just trying to hurt a white boy.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can see if it was Chuck Liddell, he did that too. Right. Joe Rogan. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who gonna fight back. You did that to Duncan Robinson, bro. Look at his name. His name is Duncan Robinson, dude.
Right.
You tried to hurt this guy, but he not like that. Come on, man. Miss me, bro. And then Boston is like anybody will say Boston got some of the most racist fans in all of America.
Of all time. Yeah. Of all times. And like I said, this going back to, back in the 80s, back when it used to be the Boston Celtics versus the LA Lakers. Magic Johnson, listen to some of his interviews. He'll tell you, whenever they used to step foot on that damn Boston arena, you used to hear everything under the sun. And remember, this was in the 80s when, racism, I wouldn't say it was at its highest, but these people made it pretty clear if they didn't like you or they didn't want you around, or stuff like that.
Hell, they do it now.
They do it now, they do it now, exactly. So could you imagine back then, where it was kind of pretty blatant, pretty evident. I don't know if they kind of had it to where everything was segregated in the early 80s. Maybe it was. Like I said, we was just being born at that time, so we didn't really know, how it was as far as like the whole lifestyle back then. But I could imagine it was pretty bad. So
it probably wasn't great, but I don't think it was as bad as when oh my gosh.
Back when Bill Russell.
Yeah, see, I was damn. I'm thanking you.
Yeah, that was like that was 60s. That was in the 60s, 60s, 70s. So it was
Bill said he had it. Even Bill said he took junk from his own fans.
His own people, not his own people, but his own, he played with Boston. So he had to hear it all the time. So I don't even know if he could even eat in certain places, even even though he played for Boston, but maybe he got a pass
Probably
because
not.
for playing for him. I don't know, but yeah. So yeah, Boston just got a they just got a reputation of just yeah not being very likable and very pleasant towards I guess if you're not on the team. I guess if you played for the team, it's a little different.
Yeah.
But if you're like on the opposing team, yeah, they're gonna call you everything under the sun. So yeah.
So, bro, I asked you that question. What don't you like about the Boston Celtics? If you, I don't know if you just answered it, but
Yeah, pretty much the same thing you said, man. I mean, they like I said, they just have a reputation of just being some very belligerent people. So, don't get me wrong, because at the end of the day, it's entertainment, it's sports entertainment. So, you know, it's supposed to be a barrier. It should be a barrier,
yeah,
between the fans and the players, you know. But of course, you're gonna have your hecklers that's gonna, say certain things and, blurt out, certain things and stuff like that. But some of them can take it too far. So,
yeah,
and Boston Celtics is definitely, they're definitely one of those cities to where they can. Now New York could probably be there too, but they're just not as bad. They blurt out things, but you know, I don't think it's so much racial, so uh
right.
but yeah, but Boston, yeah. It just seems like a city, where it's predominantly, you know, Caucasians,
Hmm.
except for a few, I never been to Boston. I hear it's a great city, but yeah, I'm pretty much piggybacking off what you said. So yeah, I don't care for them just because of the fan base. Now, if it was one of those fan bases to where they just kind of kept it within basketball and just kind of kept it cool. You heckle a little bit, say you suck or you can't shoot, whatever it is, just keep it basketball. Then yeah, I probably wouldn't have anything to say about Boston like that. But nah, they go overboard. They go overboard with it. So, and
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of fans can attest to that. I mean, a lot of players can attest to that. I think, if I'm not mistaken, back when Golden State was playing them in the finals, I think Steph Curry said something about somebody saying something. I don't know if it was against him or Draymond or who, but Steph usually don't show a lot of emotion like that. But this particular game, he was chirping to the crowd, to the fans. I don't remember which game it was, but every time he made a basket, or every time he was always he was going back and forth with somebody in particular. I don't know if it was just the whole area in general, but yeah, yeah, they got some pretty hostile crowd. And I think Utah is another one. Utah is another one. They got some crowds out there that could be pretty yeah,
Well,
yeah.
and I hate to say it, just like you said, the majority of the fans there,
You're right. Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
majority of the fans, you know what I'm saying? In Utah, it ain't a whole lot of us out there. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
let you, and I think wasn't that it was either Boston or Utah where Russ had a problem with somebody in the crowd. They said something to him, and then he had him kicked out of the game.
You know what? I don't know who. Yeah, I remember it.
Russell
I
Westbrook.
remember it though. I don't remember who. I don't remember who it was against. It could have been. If it wasn't Boston or Utah, I would be surprised. I would be shocked. 'Cause-
I want to say it was Utah, but as and even in our area era, KG, bro, like KG was somebody who I just don't get me wrong, he was a great player. You know what I'm saying? Like he was definitely somebody I used on video games,
Mhm.
but he was just way too animated for me, man. And with him being on Boston, I remember it was a dang old game where he didn't even play. But the Celtics ended up winning. It was I think it was against the Bulls. Ray Allen went ballistic. hitting threes all over the place. And then, they end up winning. He got up. It's like, bro, you got off the bench. Yeah, you hyping up your team. But it's like,
Yeah,
man, come on, man. Like, you get
for
off the
real.
bench in street clothes and a suit, and
For
you
real.
just, man, you just was way too much. And then,
Too much.
it was a game that he was trashed, like telling Carmelo Anthony, I bet your wife tastes like something or other. And it was just like,
I
bro,
don't know if he said
you
Honey Nut Cheerios or something. I don't know. He said
something,
something.
man. It's just like you going a little bit, too over.
Too
I don't
much.
know. I mean,
Too
of
much.
course, I've never played in a game that matters. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I'm not in the NBA or whatever, but I just think it's a certain line that you shouldn't cross. But like I
Yeah.
say, I guess that's why I'm on this couch and they playing in the
They
playoffs. I
over
don't
there
know.
doing what they doing. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess in the world of competition, I guess ain't nothing off limits. I guess anything to get underneath their skin or get a reaction. Dennis Rodman is one of the best at it. So yeah, you got guys out there that's willing to do whatever it takes to get underneath your skin, and then once, like I said, then once they get underneath your skin, it's over. So that's the whole
Yeah.
point. That's the whole objective, is to get underneath your skin so you can, you know, get away from whatever the game plan was, or whatever, whatever you're supposed to be doing. You're like, you know what? This nigga done said, da 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 da. I got to give. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, and that's what they want. Like, yeah, we got them. We done hooked them in. Let's reel them in. So yeah, man, you got to be able to be, when it comes to that, hopefully stay level headed, stay locked in, zoned out, whatever you want to call it, man. So yeah, so they can't get to you like that.
So yeah, bro.
Mm.
But what I know something that we can both relate to, can attest to. This postseason, it ain't. I get looking to see.
I'm not
I'm
watching.
always
I'm not
checking my.
watching a lot of the games. Honestly, I'm really not. I'm
I'm
not.
checking to see, like, are they doing anything? Who they might be looking at, and of course, it's real dry because it ain't no free agency going right now. We still some weeks or maybe a month or so to the draft, so it's just like, man, this is not the beat. I guess maybe I'm eating a little crow right now because of course, my whole thing is, if you being competitive is one thing, you know what I'm saying. Trying to win a ring, I guess, is another thing. But I guess if you're competitive, you still in the hunt right now
Right.
instead of being out of the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
But and like we touched on it before we got off last episode. I don't think running it back would behoove us at all. I don't think running it back would we would be we was I think we would still be competitive, yes, because we weren't healthy. We didn't see what we could
We
have
didn't
done.
see it. Yeah.
But with all of the moves, everybody who made moves are still in the playoffs. Like, um, because the move for Gaffer and PJ Washington. And PJ Washington was, of course, linked to the Heat as well. He ended up with Dallas. Them boys doing both of those guys are real key guys right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, Even though Minnesota was, I'm pretty sure they want to take a lot of their stuff back that they sent for Booty Gobert. I'm not going to call him by his regular name because I would feel like I'm offending Rudy Huxtable, even though she's a fictional character. Booty Gobert, because he's so ass. I
Yeah.
know
It
that they
is.
wish that they could get some of their stuff back, but
Yeah.
they made a move for him. He
Yeah.
helped, contain Joker a
He
little bit.
helps. He helps. He helps.
Um, who else did they get that was new over there? I really can't remember. Aside from what I'm saying, their quote unquote big three. Uh,
Yes. Yeah,
Which one?
I don't know. I don't know who all they grabbed either. So,
Conley was over. Conley came in
oh yeah,
later.
from Utah. Yeah,
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 Conley came in later. And then you got the moves that the Pacers did. To get Siakam.
yeah.
Obi Toppin was, of course, with New York. You know what I'm saying? And then the Celtics. We beat them. They, no matter how they ended up getting Drew Holiday, they still got Drew Holiday and
Yeah.
Kristaps Porzingis. So
Mhm.
when you, bro, like it's just simple. When you lose, you got to go back to the drawing board. You can't keep relying on the same thing to get different results, especially if you relying on playoff Jimmy. Um,
Miami made moves though. I mean, let's not just say that. They made some moves.
okay, Thomas Bryant and bringing Josh Richardson back.
Yeah, and then later Terry Rozier.
Is it a needle mover? I can't really, and then it sucks because you
I
can't.
think Terry could have been had he
What? Yeah,
not
with Terry. Okay, yeah, we did bring him in at the trade deadline,
brought him at the deadline.
and
Had he
then
not
I'm
gotten
like
hurt,
I said,
I think he could have helped a little bit. Yeah. So
and he didn't get hurt. And I'm gonna keep going back to it. He didn't get hurt in the game. He got hurt doing something else. So if I could get off his contract and trade who I wanted Deontay Murray. Don't get me wrong, Terry Rozier was a good pickup, but
it was a great
like
pickup. Yeah.
if I mean hell, if I could send him to Atlanta for Deontay Murray, I definitely would. But I know he costs a little bit more than Murray, but not as much as Trae Young. But yeah, even with bringing Thomas Bryant in, I thought he was going to be starting next to Bam. But of
I
course, with the way
yeah
Spo his whole the small ball thing, he the dude barely got playing
yeah
time. But later on in the season, once he did do well. But
he
then
did.
in old school natural fashion, the dude have a decent game here, decent game there. What Spo does, put him right back on the bench.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he was coming around. He was coming around. You could see it too. He was definitely coming around. Had some 20-point plus games, 25 plus point games, and you could see him, coming. We were like, okay, he coming right on time because the playoffs is getting ready to be. Yeah, but with Spo, he got his guys that he like to play. He shortened that rotation to like 8 guys when he should make it 10. That's just my opinion. Make it 10. 8 is cool because, like I said, you're gonna have your guys that's gonna play and get majority of the minutes. But ain't nothing wrong with 10-man rotation. Ten
yeah,
man rotation. Yeah, have a position for every person. That can come in every spot. Point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center. So yeah. So backing up Bam, it'll be Thomas Bryant, whoever's the power forward. Well, they were trying to bring Nikolai around so that they were playing him a lot, which is good. So, give him a little experience. But obviously, power forward would be Caleb and Kevin Love. And Caleb Martin, he's not even really a power forward. So, uh,
and that's my whole thing. We got a team full of. I mean, because okay, Orlando 6'10", Thomas Bryant
he's
6'10",
7 feet.
Bam 6'9", Jovic 16,
7 feet.
well 6'11", 7 foot.
He's 7 foot.
So
Yeah.
and all you with all of those guys that's over 6'8", 6'7", you only play two of them. When you could have had other two, at least helping out on defense, helping out on rebounds, um, you know, using up their fouls. But no, we got a team full of dang on and okay, elite. Okay, Love is 6'8".
Nah, Love like
But
6'10".
Love also damn 52. So it's like, I mean, Love old as hell, bro. Like,
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
you can't you relying on this man? Yeah, he can hit the three. Okay, well, Orlando can shoot the three. Okay, he probably can't shoot it as well as Love, but
Yeah.
he can shoot. He can hit the three ball.
He
Thomas
can.
Bryant hit a couple of threes one game.
He
It's
can.
like Bam is now shooting the three ball well.
Bam
Man, it's
finally, yeah.
move over Bacon. Move over Bacon. It's time for Sizzling. Like, go ahead, let that old cow go out the pasture. Let love go, bro. That could be some money that we can put somewhere else. I said the same thing about Highsmith. Highsmith only 6'5", 6'6". They want to use him as power forward. I thought he was at least 6'8". You
Yeah.
you a guard, and you not even big. You a
He's a good
shooting guard, dude.
he's a good defender, but yeah, he's just a little small. He's kind of like
Okay, you
PJ.
believe him when he said he was elite? Do you believe he's an elite defender? Do you believe Highsmith is an elite defender?
Well, I
No,
would say
you would
I
you
would
would already
say
say yeah.
I, I, I would say I would say he is a great defender. Absolutely. Without a doubt. Elite? Nah. I don't think he's elite. Not yet. I don't think he's quite elite.
Okay,
But he is a good defender
because he
because I've seen some games where he'll pickpocket. He done pickpocket a lot of people. Jason Tatum, as a matter of fact, and Jaylen Brown, they both tried to cross him up, and he just, whoop, took the cookies. So he's a good on-ball defender. He is. He is. He really is. I ain't even gonna lie to you. He's a good on-ball defender, but he's not elite. So I wouldn't say he's quite elite yet, but he's on the way. He's on the way there.
who defend. Okay, and this is why, and that I asked you the question the other day because I got into it with a fellow Heat fan in the community. Um, his defense or Jay Rich's defense?
That's a good one, bro. That because Jay Rich is a good defender as well, great defender. So
Uh huh.
um, yeah, I still probably would take him over Jay Rich. I mean Jay Rich over him, just slightly though, slightly. Yeah, slightly,
Okay.
slightly.
And it don't even make no sense to ask you on the other side of the ball because they're both two-way players, but Jay Rich is a better two-way player than Highsmith, in my opinion.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Okay, so we can add if we going if Highsmith is still on books, he's such a good defender. That's a good asset to have. Let's just go ahead and add him in a trade and just send him on because he's not, he's too inconsistent on where we need. We need help scoring. We need help putting um points on the board.
Yeah.
We do. Because I
Yeah.
mean, if we go, because you also said we re-sign Caleb. Well, Caleb, even though this is an extension year,
This
um,
is an extension year. Yeah.
so if he not tripping about the extension, we shouldn't trip either. So we still got Caleb,
We got him one more year. Yep.
still got Jay Rich.
One more year.
Barring any trade, we still got Triple J.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, yeah, that's only three players. We got Terry still. We got Jimmy still. I still believe with some minor tweaks, upgrades, we can have other people. We can have we can add and still in the stable. If we let Mr. Elite Defender go on about his business, we still got Kane, who's a great on ball defender as well.
He is. He is. He needs more offensive. He needs a little bit
He
more help on
does,
the offensive end. But
just like Mr. Highsmith.
yeah,
So, and we can pay. And I hate to say it. I mean, I'm a Kane fan. I've been ever since ever since his debut. He won't cost as much as Highsmith.
no,
You know what I'm saying? He could. I hate to say be cheap with him, but we can sign him for we can sign him. Shit, dirt cheap, and
mm-hmm.
still have money to put somewhere else to get what I'm saying, to get some help.
Right.
Like I say, because I'm gonna keep saying Sadiq Bey is a free agent, and oh man, in Philadelphia, Kelly Oubre is a free agent. Like,
Bringing in Oubre would be actually a pretty good move if they can do it. They'll have to get rid of what's the point guard name? that we just signed.
DeLon,
No, not DeLon.
Alondis.
No. The one that was with San Antonio.
Oh, Patty. You know Patty gone.
Yeah,
You know,
Patty.
Patty gone.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm saying,
See,
like, with those two guys, Sadiq and Oubre, I really do feel like Oubre would. For some reason, I feel like Oubre would be is more of a for show. I don't know why. Like if those two I just said, whether it be Love and or Highsmith, we can bring in somebody to replace those two guys. And the
if
two
we
guys I
let if
just
we let
named,
if we let Highsmith go, we could bring in, and obviously we'll probably release Patty. We can bring in a Kelly Oubre. He'll actually help us a lot. Would he start? I don't know. Maybe he wouldn't care, but yeah, adding the Kelly Oubre to this team right now as it is, that would be a pretty good pickup. Honestly, that would be a really good pickup with the team as is constructed. So
yeah,
yeah, that would be a good pickup because he's between a small forward and a power forward. So I'm probably leaning more towards a small forward, but hey, there's no natural positions like how they used to be back in the day anyway. So everybody's just kind of flipping all over the place. So, but
mm-hmm.
yeah, to add Kelly Oubre to this team, yeah, yeah, would help tremendously because he's another 15, 20 point a night, scorer. So,
Right,
and
high energy guy.
yeah, long wing, wing defender. He's okay at defensive end. I don't think he's a great defender, but he's okay.
Mm-hmm.
He's okay. So he's not a good defender as a Highsmith, no, but he's probably a better offensive player though. I would say that. So
Definitely, definitely.
mm,
But
yeah, if they can get if they
I
can
know.
get him, that'd be good.
Say that one more time.
Okay, if they can get him, that would be good. If they
Oh
can
yeah,
get Kelly Oubre. If some kind of way somehow they
definitely.
can get him, yeah, that would be good. That'll help us a lot. So mm,
So I know this is something that we've been wanting to talk about for a minute. I know we talk about like we can always talk playoffs, talk heat. But bro, where you the whole GOAT debate? Um, I'm always sending you things when people make an eye point. But what was interesting today, for whatever reason, I saw somebody ask Tracy McGrady, who would he take out of the 72-10 win Bulls and the not even the 73-9 win Warriors. It
Golden
was the
State
Warriors.
Warriors, yeah,
The Warriors with KD, and
with
he chose the
KD.
Bulls.
Yes. I didn't get a chance to watch the video, but I could probably imagine who he would pick because he in the same boat as us. So I know I'm
Yeah,
almost sure he's picking the Chicago Bulls. I'm almost sure of it.
yeah,
So
he picked the Bulls.
of course he did. Of course. So yeah, because remember at the end of the day, it's all about matchups. So it's all about matchups, and everybody like to say, talking about this era and LeBron this and Kobe that, and God rest his soul. But boy, you better ask Cole where he got it from. Better ask. Better ask. He'll tell you if he was here. He'll tell you where he got it from. He used to say it all the time. He got it from the GOAT. The real GOAT. We got it from him. So to say that Jordan couldn't play in this era, I mean, come on, man. Jordan was. I mean, if you even looked at the Washington Wizards, Jordan. And he was 3 years removed, retired for 3 years after, his last year in Chicago, 34, 35, came back at like 38, and he played another 3 years. So 38, 39, 40. And for the Washington Wizards, who obviously Wizards was hot garbage at that time, they wasn't going anywhere. So I think he just
Right.
played just to see if he still had it. You know, like sometimes you want to see if you still got it a little bit, see if you still got some skills. You can play with the young
Mm-hmm.
boys. Yeah, I think that's what it was. He didn't come back to try to play for a championship because if that was the case, he would have went to a championship team, right? He would have went to the Lakers, you know, with Kobe and Shaq, or he would have went at that time. Who was winning? Well, they was pretty much the only team that was winning in the early 2000s. So yeah, or he could have went to the uh, to the New Jersey Nets when they was in New Jersey with Jason Kidd and Kenyon Martin and them boys, Richard Jefferson. So
Yeah.
he could have went to Boston Celtics. He could have went to any team and played, but he went to the Wizards, who was a non-contending team. So he just went there just to play, just to see if he could still play, and he showed it. He averaged 20 points per game, and I know a lot of people say, that ain't nothing. Yeah, 20 points per game is not really a
When you
lot, but
when you when you that when you that old in a young man's game, it is a lot.
it is. Trust me, it is. It's a lot of young men in the NBA that can't average 20 points a night. So
Who don't
uh,
average 20 points a night.
who don't? You know what I mean? Who don't? Exactly. And you got a guy who basically on one leg because remember he had a bad knee. He had a bad knee, so he was basically on one leg. And granted, and mind you, he played all 82 games. He didn't take no games off. None of this. You know, uh, what's the word that they use? Um,
Load management.
load management. Yeah, none of that. So he played every game. And he had some 30, 40, and 50-point games. He had some good games too. He had some games where he was on fire, and he had some games where he just averaged 20, 21, 22 points. But to even do that at that age, in the latter stage of his, basically career, and he retired for 3 years. It's not like he played all the way through because y'all saying, well, LeBron was this and that. He never retired. LeBron played 20 plus years straight through, never retired not one time. So of course he still got the conditioning, and everything like that. So that matters, that matters. Because remember, if you're not in basketball shape, just playing in the YMCA ain't the same thing as, playing real NBA games.
Right.
So Jordan ain't been playing competitively for 3 years, opposed to LeBron playing competitively all the way through. So of course LeBron would probably play better at the same age, or maybe look a little bit better than Jordan at the same age. But you got to think, LeBron ain't never retired. Jordan had retired for 3 years and came back. So that's the difference. I still think he held his own, if you ask me. So
Of course. And it's like because you already said the real GOAT. So of course you already choosing Mike over
MJ
Mike
all
over
day,
LeBron. And
all day.
and I'm still trying to figure out why nobody really putting Kobe up there.
Yeah, yeah. It's surprising, man, because remember, Kobe has a winning record in the finals. He went to seven. Yeah, he went to seven and won five. That's a pretty good record.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty good record. That's 5-2. Uh, I mean, LeBron, even though he went to 10, which is great. That's amazing. But you only won four. So that means six other times the team was better than you and your team. Six times. I
And
think
I
if it was the other way around, I think maybe you probably could have had a little bit more of an argument because at least he would have won a
mm-hmm.
six, just like Mike, and maybe one more than Kobe, etc. So you probably would have had a little bit more of an argument, but you can't have a losing record in the finals and consider yourself one of the greatest. You just can't. You just can't. I'm sorry. You can't do it. You can't do it. Everybody like, oh, well, y'all make it seem like, 6-6-6, even though I don't like saying that number, you already know what that represents. But either way, that's neither here nor there. but 6 championships, 6 Finals MVPs, six six MVPs regular. So yeah, so you be like, oh, y'all make it seem like that's just everything. Yeah. Why the hell do you play a sport? You play the sport just to play? Me growing up, I want to win.
Right.
I want to win. I don't care where it is I'm playing. I don't care if it's just a regular rec league. I want to win. Because if I'm not winning, then what is it? It doesn't mean anything.
Right.
It's a losing season. So as long as you're winning, that's what really matters. Yeah, you can count the stats and all of that. That's all nice and fancy and it looks good. Yeah, you got all these points, you got a lot of rebounds, a lot of assists. Yeah. But just say like you was number one in every stat, but you ain't got no rings. What would that equate to? To
I
me,
mean,
I'd be like, well, huh?
you might end up you might end up in the Hall of Fame, but
You might, but you ain't got no championships. I can guarantee you, anybody that's never won at least one, they'll give up any stats to get a championship because that's why you play any sport. I don't care if it's football, baseball, hockey, whatever sport, soccer. You play to win, and this is just going from little pee wee league all the way up to middle school. If your middle school had teams, high school, college, etc. So you want to win. You want to win. Don't nobody play the sport just to play and get stats. That's not realistic. So that's why I say Jordan got the edge over LeBron as far as that go. As far as like accomplishments, yeah. LeBron ain't nowhere near what Jordan is. He might get him in the stats, but
well, yeah,
he ain't got no accomplishments.
he gonna get him in what was it, assists and the
Yeah.
points because of course he's been playing 20 some odd years.
He playing 20 plus years. I mean, come on, man.
But
Come on.
but the funny thing is, all in 20 some odd years, he's never been. He has less All NBA.
Yep.
He
All
has less
NBAs.
defense. He has less defensive player of the years. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man, it's like it's and if you're gonna do a GOAT debate, I really do think because the one guy I think is Willing Lynn or something like that. I sent you him before we got on. He's the guy making the argument, of course, in Jordan's case, but
Mm-hmm.
he had he had the debate out of Jordan, LeBron, and Kareem, and he made a really good argument why you know it is Kareem, but it's not Kareem as well as far as his championships.
Okay.
So, I mean, if you're going to have it, it should be out of the four: Mike, Kobe, Kareem, LeBron. And
Mm-hmm.
it's still, if you're going to look at all of them and look at the stats, it's still Mike. You know what I'm saying? But of
Yeah.
course, you got your errors and stuff like that, and I don't want to. As far as it's 1A and 1B, Mike and Kobe,
Yeah.
two Kareem, and then
Okay. Yeah.
LeBron. Like
Yeah.
if you're
Yeah.
going,
Probably say LeBron. Yeah. Yeah. Would I classify him in my top five? That that's close. Because I got Mike, I got Kobe, I got Kareem, and I got Magic. That's four. Now, even though Tim Duncan is not like, he's not one of those focal point players, like he's not where the offense is going to be ran through him and that he's going to be, shouldering like majority of the load, I would say. You
mm-hmm,
know, it makes it hard to, put like a center or a power forward in that position because they're not handling the ball, they're not doing as much. All they basically got to do is go down on the block, post up, maybe hit a little turnaround jumper, or maybe, do a spin move and dunk or lay it up or whatever. So they don't have to do a whole lot. So I only put Kareem in there because he probably, man, probably one of the most decorated, players of all time. I mean, he won 4 college champ. I mean, who does that? As far as like from
Was
in
it
the,
4 or 3?
I think it was 4. Even if it was 3, that's still
Still a
impressive.
lot, yeah. Because I mean, you only in college for 4 years.
Yeah, you're only playing 4 years, so if you can get 3 out of 4 years in college, that's pretty good. Because this day and age, most teams only win one.
Only one.
You very rarely get a back to back. The only back to back that I can remember is back in the '90s. I think it was Arizona.
In
I think
Florida.
it was in Florida, yeah, Florida and Arizona. Those are the only two that I can really remember. Um, off the top of my head, I have to really do some research and some digging, but yeah, it don't happen often. So, and then he won, like say, he won like 6 in the NBA. So I can only imagine how many he won in high school. He might have won all 4 years of high school. I don't know. I mean, if you winning that many in college, you got to be winning in high school. I can only be so certain of that. So yeah, so I put him in there because, like I say, he's just one of the most decorated, winners. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. So he's one of the most decorated winners of all times. So I got to put him in there. Like I said, it could be Timmy, it could be LeBron for that final fifth spot. I don't think I could put anybody else besides any one of them two. So yeah, I'll have to really think.
Hold on now. See, are you doing the GOAT debate with Timmy and Magic, or are you doing like
No,
your
no,
Mount
no. This
Rushmore?
this just top five. This just top
Oh, okay.
five. Yeah, just top five. You know how they say the Mount Rushmore, and Rushmore only got four presidents up there, but I just say top five. Those are my as far as like winners, like winning championships and stuff like that. Yeah, because remember, Steph Curry won on LeBron James' watch. He got 4, just like him. So he got 4 rings, just like your GOAT James. He got 4,
And he
and,
got
and
four. And he got four with
LeBron
one
James
team, and
got
he have
4.
to travel all the way around the world to go get them.
And he had to go all over the place, go to different teams to get it. He won it right there in his own backyard. So y'all could say, yeah, we're going to another team is harder because you got to mesh with the team, and okay, I'll probably give you that.
Yeah.
I'll probably give you that. It is harder to win, for different teams because for that, like I say, for that reason, you got to get used to the players and this and that and the third. But when he goes to another team, he basically guts the team and brings in,
And
all-star
even the
caliber.
coach. Like how many coaches has this man had?
I'm telling you, man.
And about to
I'm
have
telling
another
you.
new coach.
He tried to do it in Miami. He'll tell you. He tried to do it in Miami, but Pat Riley was like, no, sir, we're not doing that. You the player, I'm the president. I'll take care of, outside of the court, and you just take care of on the court. That's what you're supposed to do. You don't come here demanding Spoelstra get fired. Are you kidding me? Spoelstra probably one of the best coaches, young coaches at that time. He was one of the best young coaches coming up. So he wanted to get Spoelstra fired. He did. But, just Pat Riley just wasn't going for it. He was not going for it. He was like, nah, y'all just have to learn how to love each other or something. I don't know what y'all got to do. Y'all got to come by y'all go to dinner, go to lunches, whatever. You just got to make it work. The Spoelstra ain't going nowhere. So, and look, good thing they didn't because who knows? He might not have won none in Miami, had that happen. So, yeah, LeBron just got this thing where he go to different teams. He just think he just controls the whole organization. It just Miami, they just weren't going for it there. He could do it in Cleveland. He probably do it in LA now. I would imagine. I'm sure he got a lot of pull there. So
Yeah.
but it just
I'm
not
pretty
happening.
sure. Yeah. Because I
Yeah,
mean, hey, we Hollywood is right around the corner. So we know his whole ritual. You know what I'm saying? All that
yeah,
crap that he
all
do.
our love.
So yeah, we know,
Yeah,
bro. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? They want us to play stupid, but I ain't
yeah,
playing stupid.
yeah. We know.
So yeah, and they already talking about they're willing to do anything to keep him. So Bronny pretty much a Laker, pretty much. Like unless somebody,
Unless somebody draft him out of spite.
yeah, yeah, because you know who I mean, because it's LeBron. Like, and he not he's not my goat, but he helped bring two more championships to Miami. Should have been
He
it
did.
should have been three. It should have been three out of the
Should
four.
have been. Should have been.
I
So
don't know what
LeBron
happened to
definitely
this
got a
dude.
special. He got a special place here. As far as I'm concerned,
Oh
for
yeah,
me and Miami Heat organization. Yeah. So he came in and gave us some great years. So and that, don't get it twisted. Y'all little LeBron sexuals out there think that we hating on LeBron. We not hating.
no,
Yeah, we got a lot of love for LeBron, but he's just not the GOAT. That's all. That's all we
yeah,
saying. That's it.
yeah. Because I mean, and then if you looking back at, I can't remember what documentary that was I was watching. I wish I had my other laptop. Mike was ahead of his time, man. Mike was ahead of his time. He just, of course, had to go through the growing pains. You know what I'm saying? And once he grew through those pains, he just gave it to the rest of the league. Like you couldn't, he couldn't be stopped. Like Mike was before his time. He was doing stuff that those other guys hadn't seen, that commentators hadn't seen, everything, the hang time, the reverse layups.
The layups,
Um,
all that jelly that y'all be seeing Kyrie and all them boys was doing. You better go back and look at Mike early in his career, his
and
first like three years.
was he perfect? No, he wasn't perfect. No man is
Mm,
perfect. You know what I'm saying? There was some stuff that Mike had to deal with and had to go through, and what I'm saying, some stuff that Mike got away with, like a lot of the stars get away with. So yeah. But did he do all that jumping around, crying to the refs? Yeah,
nope.
he might have fussed at a ref every now and
He
then.
fussed at him, but he wasn't
Yeah,
crying. There's a difference.
that
Yeah.
that jumping up and down, throwing temper tantrum because you ain't get no call, falling
Holding
all
your
out
head
on the
and all that.
floor. Nah, he ain't do all of that. He was a grown man. He was a
Right.
he was a grown man. So and again, the bronze sexuals. No, we not, what I'm saying, not hating on him.
Nope.
Hell, if he came, even if he just so happened to come back to Miami, like would I want to give up the house for him? No, not in the least bit. If he was to
Nope.
come because what I'm saying, let's just say that he does drive Bronny and he come to play. Fine, I'm cool with it. I'm
I'm
cool.
cool with it. I'm
You
cool
throw
with it.
him. I'm talking about a team with Bron, Jimmy, Bam.
Bam.
You know
I
what I'm
think
saying?
Tyler
And
still. I think the team will be the same way it is right now. We won't be giving up anything because LeBron is a free agent. So
no, yeah, I'm saying, but I mean, it's still up in the air because you saw. I don't know if you saw that Tyler sold his house in Miami.
who? Tyler?
Yeah, Tyler, his house up for sale. His Tyler up. His Tyler. Tyler's house is up for sale. Yes, he's selling his house in Miami.
Damn. Well, yeah, yeah, that boy probably gone then. He
So
probably gone. Yeah,
for
he
who?
probably
Of
he
course.
probably know it because, like I said, he didn't play that well this year, man. But he didn't play that well in the playoffs, particularly. Like I said, I think if he had played better, he probably would have gave himself more of a fighting chance.
Hmm.
But because
And
he
you
didn't
can't
play
say
that
that
great,
you. And for him, like again, the whole be humble thing. You can't say that you on a level of these other guys and then don't show it. You know what I'm saying? This was your year to show it. You said you was on the same level as Luca,
yeah,
which
yeah,
nobody is on the same level as Luca. I'm sorry, and I thought it, but I'm seeing it now.
right.
You know what I'm saying? You said you was on the same. You probably on the same level as Trey. I'm not a big fan of Trey Young.
Yeah, I would give him a slight edge over Trey.
Yeah, I'm not a
Slight,
big fan of Trey Young. It's a lot of people that
slight,
say,
just
man,
very slight, not much, just a little bit.
if we miss out on Donovan, we should bring Trey. No, no, thank you. No, thank you.
No, I don't want him. No, no. Mm.
And I forget what other name he mentioned, but Ty, me honestly, I would get an edge to Tyrese Maxey over Tyler Hero.
Yeah, at this point, yeah, yeah, yeah. I give him a little bit of an edge over Tyler, a little bit. little bit. Tyler got some. He still got some room to grow. That's my only thing, because of course, Miami, uh, pretty much known for not being very patient. Like they don't want to wait 2, 3, 4 years for you to come around, even though basically that's what a rookie contract is. So Tyler did his 4 years or 5 years. I don't remember how many years. Yeah, because he came in 2020, right? So uh, or 19. One of them he came. So
Yeah, between the season of 1920, because you remember the bubble year was 2020.
that was 2020, right? Okay, so yeah, so he was in Miami for 5 years.
Oh
Let's just
no,
say,
well I should say the 2021 year.
yeah. So yeah, so he gave us 5 years. He had one good year, which was rookie year, and then last year, or the year that he won six man of the year, was another good year. But the other years he was just kind of average. So I guess with Pat, he one of them guys like, man, hey, you better show. Because if you ain't showing me, either you're gonna be sitting on the bench, which Tyler don't want to do, or like I say, probably just gonna have to trade him. So yeah, I didn't know he sold his house. Yeah, so if he sold his house, then he knows something.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna just sell your house like that if you don't know what's going on. So something probably gonna happen. Something's probably gonna happen. I don't know if it's Donovan, but yeah, something probably gonna happen. That deal in Cleveland probably gonna happen. And I don't even want to trade Jaime Triple J, but I guess if that's what it's gonna take in order for us to get him, you know, to get Donovan over here, then hey, so be it. As long as we could keep Terry, Jimmy, and Bam. Like Terry, Jimmy, Bam, and Donovan. Hey man, hey, that's pretty damn good. I ain't even gonna lie,
And
bro.
bro, but I mean, we gonna have to get somebody to put on that starting lineup. There's no that
Jovic,
can't be shorter than can't no shorter than the 6'9".
Jovic. It'll be Jovic, because they want that stretch 5'4". They want that. So Jovic could probably be perfect because he's legit 7 feet. I think he just got to bulk up a little bit more, even though he done put on about 20 pounds, 25 pounds at least, something like that, 30. He looked like he done got a little size on him. But if he could get just a little bit stronger, a little bit bigger, a little stronger, he'll be all right, man. He's 7 feet
And
at the end of the
yeah,
day.
and hopefully working on the defensive, his defensive attributes. You know what I'm saying, with Bam and Zoe.
Yeah.
Wish Jawan Howard was still. Well, I mean, Jawan Howard not there, but I know UD still work with them boys.
Yeah,
So
you do, definitely, definitely, yeah.
so yeah,
Definitely.
yeah, man. I mean, that'll be a decent starting five, real decent starting five. Now we just gotta add the fill-ins. You know what I'm saying? The ones who
Yeah, you still
going
got Duncan, still got Richardson. Yeah, I like it. Josh Richardson, Duncan, Caleb. Caleb is hopefully obviously he'll still be there. So yeah, we just swapping out Tyler, and we getting Donovan. Of course, we giving up. We probably gonna have to give up Triple J too, which I hate. I just don't. I really don't like it, because I know Triple J. He's definitely one of those young, bright, shining stars. I mean, he made all rookie team, first team. So if you make an all rookie first team, you got to be good. So
so.
uh,
So I like to throw stuff at you. Before we get up out of here, because we done been on for a minute. Before we get up out of here, so what if to keep JJ, we extend Caleb and throw Caleb in the mix? Who would you rather keep out of JJ and Caleb?
well, right now, Caleb got the slight edge because he's been in the NBA longer. Obviously, he's shown that he can come through in big games. Jaime still got a lot to he got a lot of room to grow and a lot of room to learn. But I think, because you remember Caleb is 28. Jaime number 22. So Jaime at 28, he'll probably be running circles around Caleb. That's just what I feel. So Jaime got literally 6 more years to, grow and experience the NBA and everything it attains. And by 28, yeah, Triple J he'll be an all-star. I don't even know if I would like to say maybe a superstar, but he'll definitely be an all-star. No question about it. No question.
I
So, but
mean,
I mean, like I said,
with
as of
everything
right
you putting
now,
on it, I'd rather, yeah,
huh? You rather what?
I was just saying with everything you putting on it, I say, yeah, let's extend, Caleb. Go ahead and send Caleb and keep Triple J.
Triple J. Yeah, I like Triple J, man. I like him. I like him a lot. I like his game. I like the way he plays. He plays the game the right way. I mean, you just don't get a lot of players that come in at 22 like him and did what he did. He leads all Miami Heat drafted rookies. Let that sink in. I mean, we done had, some pretty good,
All
draft.
of them, even D Wade.
Even D Wade. Even D Wade, bro. Even D Wade. So they willing to part ways with that to get Donovan. Hey, it ain't my call. But if I was in the seat and if I was in the office, I'd be like, nah, I'm not giving up Jaime. I'm just not doing it. They're gonna have to find another way. Give up an extra draft pick or something. Give up an extra draft pick. I don't care. You can't give up this kid not before he even do his 4 years, 5 years, because I think when you draft a rookie, they got like 4 or 5 years. So let him play his 4 years out, 3, 4, 5 years, whatever, and then after that, if you don't feel like it's working out, then you trade him. You don't trade him after 1 year. Cleveland obviously sees something in him. You know what I mean? They obviously see something in him.
Yeah,
They wouldn't be asking for him. So, so yeah. I mean, that's my take, bro. Hey, if that's who they want, I'm sure Pat Riley gonna do it. If he know he gonna get Donovan, yeah, he gonna give up behind me. He gonna do it. He gonna do it.
damn, bro. Now I'm sad. I would rather give up Caleb. I would give up, bro, because I would send him Tyler, Caleb, some picks, and hell, even Highsmith.
Yeah, send
You know
Kevin
what I'm
Love
saying?
back
Just
over there.
to,
Didn't Kevin Love say he want to retire over there? Send Kevin Love
did
back
it?
over there.
Because I mean,
Huh?
yeah, he did say that. Was it Cleveland or Minnesota? He said. I thought
I think it was. I think it was Cleveland.
yeah. So I mean, so we can keep so we can keep the dude because he a big body. You know what I'm saying? He bigger than I think him and Caleb the same height.
Yeah,
He's
they about
six
he about
five,
6'6", 6'6", 6'7", somewhere around there. Caleb. Yeah, I mean,
but he's also a
yeah,
bigger body, so he
I
can
know.
definitely play small forward.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Maybe small lineups, maybe even a little bit of power. But yeah, man, we'll see what happens. You know how Pat like to do things, but we can't swing and miss. We can't be the same like Dame, even though Dame older,
He's
uh
older. Yeah,
Dame
he's older.
older. He just had a bad injury, so unfortunately we didn't get Dame. Unfortunately, he went somewhere he didn't want to go. But we did miss out on yet another injury because I mean, hell,
Yeah,
who we got injured. So
yeah, yeah, but not like career ending. I wouldn't say. I mean, yeah, he
well,
got an
no, no,
injury.
no. Well, I mean, if it's his neck and he
Yeah,
missed everything,
yeah,
that I mean, a neck, bro, that it's a
yeah.
neck.
That's nigga's a big deal. I ain't gonna lie, it is.
So that's why I'm saying, if somebody willing to bite, you know what I'm saying, go ahead, throw it to him. Because I mean, it's other point guards out there, but yeah, man,
Nah, but
we'll
I like Terry. I like Terry, man. I hope we can keep him, man, and just see where it goes. if we get Donovan and we could keep Terry and of course Bam, Jimmy, Jovic, and then of course we got all our reserves and stuff. Yeah, I think I like that team. I like that team a lot actually. So we always known for getting the best out of our players. So we probably gonna put Donovan at one of them all-star elite levels. So you never know. So yeah, and at least with Jimmy, I mean at least with Bam, Donovan, and Terry Rozier, Jimmy will not have to shoulder nothing with that team. He
Right.
won't. He won't. Because you got legitimately three guys with Bam, Tyler, and I mean Bam, Terry, and Donovan that can definitely shoulder the bulk of the load. And then Jimmy can focus on the defense and kind of pitching in, doing his little scoring here and there because he don't really care about scoring. He said it in the interviews. He don't care about none of that. He don't care about all NBAs. He don't care about nothing. He just want a championship. That's it. That's all he want. He want
Yeah.
the ring. Yeah.
And I mean, like I said, hopefully, what I'm saying, this will be his year. Hopefully
Yeah.
this upcoming year, barring whatever happens in the off season,
Yeah.
definitely if it's not anything major, I'm gonna just say this: if it's not anything major, little minor tweaks here and there as far as role
Mm.
players, um,
If we
bring
if
everybody back.
if
Well,
we
bring
if we
everybody else back.
if we could add Donovan and mess around and add Kelly Oubre, oh, oh, woo,
I would,
that's
I would,
gonna
I
be
would,
nice.
I would like that. I would definitely like that.
That would be nice. I ain't even gonna lie. That would be pretty nice. That would be nice. That might put us right where we need to be. That might put us where we need to be. But of course, we would have to reserve some space. Like I say, Patty would have to go. I don't know what's gonna happen with Highsmith. He may just stay and just take the minimum because he seemed like he don't want to go anywhere. He
Right.
seems like he want to stay in Miami. So if you can still keep him for the minimum and not have to give him all this money, hey, so be it. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Because you can always put one of them. You could always release what's the boy name? The little shooter that we had on the two-way contract. You can release him.
Cole, yeah, Cole, yeah,
Yeah, you can release him. We don't need him.
definitely not.
We don't need him. We could put another guy on a two-way contract because they say you got to have three guys on two-way contracts. So I'm sure they can find somebody else.
Hell, bring DJ Hampton back. If we gonna have DJ Hampton, um,
Alondas
Alondas,
and Kane.
damn. But see, if yeah, I mean, if we can't put that man on a regular contract, definitely keep him on the two way because I don't know why I'm so high on this young man. I want Kane to get some clock.
I
You know what I'm
know.
saying? I
I
just
know.
I don't know
I
why.
know. I know. I love Kane too, man. All our guys that's on a two-way contracts, meaning him and Alondas, I like both of them. I think that they keep growing and keep developing and keep wanting to be great and get better. Yeah, they definitely gonna get their chance. They're gonna get it. They're gonna get it. So yeah, they're definitely gonna get it. But right now, we want to put and construct a team that's gonna win. So you know, if they got to be a part of the team and just kind of go down to the G League, play their game, just to, just keep in shape and keep warm and everything like that, and then bring them in when they want, just back and forth. Nothing wrong with that. I like that. So I like that because obviously Kane is a good young player for us. He still need to grow a little bit on the offensive end. He still got some room to grow, and then of course Alondas, he's basically a rookie. So, undrafted. I don't even know how he didn't get drafted because he put up some good numbers over in Wake Forest. I think that's what he went to college. So he actually was a good player over there. So, but either way, he didn't get drafted and, we wound up getting him. So just keep working on them two. That should be the goal. Work on those two guys, make sure that they hopefully can get to the level that they need to get to in order so that, when it comes time to them to just bring them on board, they're ready to go.
But yeah, fam. And we're yeah we've been for we've been on for a good little minute, man. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and sign off, everybody.
Signing off.
Until next time, peace and love. We'll see y'all.
See y'all next time.